for today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
It's been a rough day. It really has. Mm-hmm. It's just, the energy has been horrible.
It has been.
Draining. Just...
nasty.
Yes.
Nasty.
And so, because that I do periodically check the news for stories that we discuss. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like yesterday. It was yesterday. I don't think it's on today. We're going to go through some of the headlines. Not all of them. Not all of them. Because this is the propaganda machine at work. And it's running at warp speed. And including, let me go through here.
You go through this a lot.
I do this multiple times a day. And I will tell you this, something that I have noticed over the past week or so. The headlines have not been cycling as quickly as they were.
No, what's up with that?
I don't know. I know that a lot of these places are laying off journalists or quote unquote journalists. The propagandists.
And why are they laying them off?
Because they can't afford them. Because people are wising up and not reading the bullshit. And not believing the bullshit.
That is true. Nobody's reading tabloids anymore. Nobody's reading newspaper.
Right.
Nobody's...
Right. Because it's all... People are tired of being put down, preached to, all this stuff. They're understanding that, yes, there is an agenda to this.
Yeah.
Now, there are still some interesting things that can be read and different things like that. I'm not saying that I totally avoid, but I think that the level of human stupidity is just at maximum overdrive.
Yeah, it's been at maximum overdrive for a minute. At the level of stupidity is all over the internet. We can see it every day.
And
TikTok. TikTok and Twitter.
That's why I don't.
X, whatever.
At least on Daily Mail, they don't talk to me unless I click on a video. And that sort of, at least it mutes the stupid. I have to wade in. I have the option to wade in or not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like they had an article yesterday that Jeremy from The Quartering had discussed, and it involved Gorlock, the Destroyer.
God love that individual. That is a tragic...
It is, and I'm not even... It's like those who know. Y'all can go look it up. Individual. And it honestly, when I first saw the picture of the individual... And I'm not a fan of plastic surgery. I'm not. But I also understand that there's a time and a place.
That's the type of person that...
It honestly looked like that one character from... what was it? Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Honestly, if you've seen the movie, it was the one about the character from the hospital. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
And it was just like, damn. I mean, it was shocking. It was shocking. And this was not just random. This is an influencer. That's more frightening.
Yeah.
So, anyhow. So, we're just going to scroll through some of the horror today because that's what I've got in me. Not the horror, but that's the ability to scroll.
And not the horror.
And
the
it's
horror,
like...
the horror.
But, you know... top headline at 7:50 p.m. on January the 31st, 2024. At least I got the century right this time. The millennium.
Yeah.
Oh, America's syphilis epidemic laid bare. Rates of STD rise to highest level since the 1950s, and one state has become the outbreak's very unlikely epicenter.
What happened in the 50s?
I don't know, because you know what? Back in the 50s, there was still a level of morality. So anybody would have to go and compare statistics, because that's something else with the headlines, that as far as just the blatant bunk and bullshit.
That is true. Because they will just flat out lie a lot.
Oh, yeah. like I said, the Weekly World News never was at this level, ever. And it's like, it wasn't, the sexual revolution didn't happen until the 60s, which was MK Ultra spurred. And then, of course, because if you do not have any kind of self-control, any kind of morality, ethics, respect for yourself, this is how disease spreads. Because there's some nasty people. Just go in a public bathroom and watch the people that will use the toilet and not wash their hands.
People are fucking nasty.
And then you think about doing other things with some of these. Hell no. No. Then this one was interesting. And I actually watched one of these crime show thingies. YouTube snippet about this because this was very interesting.
What was it?
And this was an HIV specialist checked into rehab for addiction immediately after the frozen bodies of his 3 Kansas City chief friends were mysteriously found in his backyard after football watching party.
Oh.
And what happened was that there was 5 guys that had gone to this house to watch the game. The dude whose house it was supposedly did not wake up for 48 hours.
Oh.
Found 3 of them that they was found out in the back there someplace. I don't know if it's on the deck or where it was, dead.
How'd he not wake up?
Right. And claimed he didn't know that anything can happen. Their vehicles were still there. And the police initially had said they didn't suspect any foul play.
How does that not scream foul play? You know, it's funny when the public figures this shit out faster than they do.
Exactly. And that's just like, I can't remember, what was it? It was some kind of vehicle that was submerged or whatever, and the police were doing nothing. And that you had some of these internet sleuths that had gone, I don't know, it seems like they may have used Google Earth or whatever it was, some kind of internet tools and stuff, and they sort of isolated the area where the vehicle would have been, and they had gotten some equipment. They found it.
They did?
Yeah.
What was in it?
Well, unfortunately, somebody had run off in the river and they were unalived.
Shit.
But at least the family had some kind of closure.
But now that means there is foul play, possibly.
It means that...
Because why are they covering that up?
Exactly. It means that the cops who were like, oh, move along, nothing to see here, that they're being called out on this stuff and people are going, bullshit. Mm-hmm. Now, that's one of the good things as far as social media and different things like that. When somebody's doing, fuckery.
Yeah. Because you want to put people on blast, go ahead and put that shit.
Well, if they deserve it, then yeah. Let's see, some of the ones that they've got down here. Some of them are really tragic. I'm not going to go into some of the really horrific. Well, maybe I will, but anyhow, some of the ones that are through here. This new TikTok trend, as far as trying to encourage these young girls that they've got to have a gap between their legs when they wear leggings. That's called starvation, people.
This has already been. This is 2014.
Well, no, this has come
recent.
back up.
I know this is this is recent. It's come back up, but this is history repeats itself. It's like nobody remembers what we saw on fucking Tumblr, because we saw all that shit on Tumblr. We saw the thigh gap trend.
It's like this.
YouTubers were talking about it.
Different ethnicities have different body styles.
Yes. So you cannot tell someone, oh, you have to have this body style, because
it doesn't work.
Yeah. It doesn't work like that. You work with your genealogy, your physiology.
Right.
Is genealogy right?
Yes. Yes. Work with your genetics.
Yeah.
Sometimes they work against some of us, but that's all right. Mm-hmm. But it's like that. It was like, wow. In the dojo, I had that epiphany that time, and I'm like, I am not Asian. I do not move like an Asian. I will never move like an Asian. So that was when it was a matter of making it work for me.
Right. People just got to make it work for them.
But as far as encouraging these young women to starve themselves to try to achieve a body style that may be beyond them, and possibly, it'll definitely do them some mental harm.
Now, that's also more than likely coming from the Anna community.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the anorexia community.
Oh yeah, that's wondrous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Like that's all that. Literally, we've already been through this shit before, and why are we repeating it?
Because apparently humans have a very short memory, and that's one of the things. The bad side of social media is that it has literally physically impaired people's memory. So that may be why it's cycling faster than normal. And that's just like, because that I am the person that I am, and will I shit post when required? Absolutely. When you've got some of these people going on about fat people and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, so anorexics are the chosen ones? There you go. And the meth head will inherit the earth. So it's have some damn sense with some of this shit.
Eugenia Cooney has not been seen for a month.
That's just heartbreaking.
She's not been seen for a month.
Anybody who has ever struggled with any kind of eating disorder, one way or the other, it's tragic, and it's always there's trauma.
Is that the life that you want to go down if you choose that path? I know this is triggering. I'm sorry.
We're not sorry.
I am.
We just talk. We just talk, and it's like if somebody's being hurt, it's like, not intentional.
Yeah, because that is like a psychological issue right there.
Yeah, and we encourage mental if you've disorder. Got that kind of any kind of issue, if you've got any kind of mental health problem, get you some help. Mm-hmm. We've got a national hotline number in our description box. Have had it there for years. You've got local numbers you can call. They even have some of these online. You've got apps now that you can, do Zoom, which is great.
Your local crisis center, they can actually give you...
Yeah, references.
Yeah, they can give you references. You don't even have to go in for a meeting. They can be like, hey, I need this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. Like paperwork. And they could give it to you. They could give you all the things, like the sources that you need.
Right. Help is available.
Yeah.
And if you need help, recognize that you need help. Mm-hmm. If other people telling you need help, you might want to sit there and go, maybe I should listen to them.
Right.
Another headline. This one's interesting. And as far as the spin with the poison pen, because this is fear porn. Fear sells. Amazing satellite photos show 2 huge Pineapple Express atmospheric rivers barreling towards California that'll drench storm-plagued Golden State with more rain.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Plagued. That's interesting.
Is rain really a bad thing?
If it's too much rain, there's some flooding. But as far as if it's like biblical or anything like that, that was like a couple of days ago. Biblical. They had as far as houses that had been built right on sand dunes, and that after so many years erosion and the houses were falling. Well, hell, you built it on a sand dune.
Yeah.
The scripture talks about a man who built his house upon the sand and the one who built it upon the rock. And so it's interesting. Let's see what else we got down here. There's all kinds of people doing all kinds of... there's something that is a very disturbing thing that I've read many articles or seen the headlines on many articles. these teachers that are having inappropriate relations with children. And they're female. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
And it's like there is something really wrong with somebody that would do that. I mean, my God, that's crazy. Here's another one that's to move along quickly. TSA is quietly rolling out facial recognition tech to 400 U.S. airports in the coming years.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay, I can't tell you how many stories I've read over the past several months about people being wrongfully, arrested, convicted, different things like that because of facial recognition.
Mm-hmm.
The technology is not there. This one was interesting. Female passenger 60 who stripped naked in meltdown on Frontier Airlines flight from Orlando to Philadelphia is slapped with federal charges.
Yeah.
So what she did, she stripped off, and they've got video. They did blur it. But she stripped off in the middle of the airplane aisle and took a poo.
What was the reason?
I don't know, but now she got federal charges over that.
Well, yeah. Damn,
So-
she a felon. She a felon. I'll take a shit on the floor. Yeah, you're a felon now.
There, like I said, you couldn't pay me to get on an airplane at this point. You never know. That's just no.
If there's a lady that's going like, I am telling you right now. Yeah, I want to be on that plane. I want to be on that plane.
But you know what? At least she was elegant looking while she did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a very nice looking lady. Then we got wars
I
and
don't know
rumors
what she
of
really
wars.
looks like because I don't trust that lady that was in the interview.
I don't think it was the same one. I think that they've got some kind of clone on that
Crisis actor.
Like I said, we got all kinds of wars, rumors of wars. This one was very interesting. Last week or so, and as far as President Trump, that he had these red marks on his hands, and they were all, going on about speculating. And he says he really believes that it was some kind of AI because there was nothing on his hand. He had done nothing, to hurt his hand.
That's
scary.
Yeah.
We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. They've got this was kind of 16-year-old kid that was on a California ski lift, and she started sliding off of the seat.
Oh, shit.
And volunteers
Just dangling?
were holding a net, and they tried to break her fall. I don't know that they did. She lived.
She lived.
But
That's
I think
good.
a lot of those ski outfits are very slick material.
They are. I don't know why they make them that way. They should not be such a fucking slick material. I get it. You want that velocity. You want that slickness because you want that velocity to zoom down there.
Yeah.
But
those are chairlifts, and those are pretty high up in the air.
Yeah, and they're frozen 99% of the time.
And it's like, no.
So why would you want to sit on that in a slick material when your butt already has snow? That just equals slide.
That equals the picture that girl sliding off the seat. Mm-hmm.
That really does remind me of that video of that poor little fat kid that went up in that slingshot ride with their mama.
Oh my God.
And then they slipped out of the belts and they were hanging, their neck was just caught and they were hanging and it was like, I'm caught, I'm falling, Janice, I'm stuck. It wasn't
funny. That is funny. This one was horrific that happened yesterday. There was a gentleman who apparently paranoid schizophrenic, and he had beheaded his father.
What?
Made a video about it, put it on YouTube. It was up for about 6 hours before they got it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the thing is, he's a paranoid schizophrenic. And what does the media want to do? They want to spin it to say that, oh, he was a conservative. He was this, that, and the other. His father worked for the government. So,
No,
anyhow.
the dude was a paranoid schizophrenic who was having a delusion.
Right. But never expect the media to have any kind of ethics. I think that their heads would explode if they had any kind of ethics.
And I can only imagine what that dude's going to think when he comes out of that delusion.
Yeah.
The heartbreak he's going to go through.
Yeah. Here's a good one. Oxford University scientist who thought we were all going to die from climate change reveals the 7 reasons why she was wrong and exactly why global warming fears are overblown. Because they get caught into these bubbles, these thought bubbles. They become delusional. It is a form of mass hypnosis. It is sort of a cult-like thing.
Brainwashing.
And it's like I was telling you earlier, I found out that all this climate stuff was bullshit back in the 70s.
You did.
When they started pushing it. And when I read one of these academic reports that said that too much fresh air caused cancer, I thought, no, I'm done. So do I look at any of these research papers with a Spock eyebrow each and every time?
Yep.
This one was interesting as far as Oklahoma gas pipeline blast shoots a 500-foot flame that are visible from space.
What?
Yeah, a gas pipeline burst.
Yeah, how?
Right.
That's interesting.
And well, you never know on any of this stuff. And again, with the paranoia, it's because people really are doing fuckery.
Yeah.
So anytime that anything happens, you sit there and go,
Well, that was like the kids at the, allegedly with the mall situation, the kids and the fireworks and whatever. Like, there were people in the streets, like at one point a couple years ago, shooting off fireworks in these big cities just randomly at odd hours of the night.
Yeah, but they did they have 600 cops show up?
No.
Right.
But
right.
It's just weird.
And this was kind of huge as far as that Zuckerberg, it says that the Meta CEO stands up and apologized to victims of social media after senators accused him of endangering children and having blood on his hands. That's kind of a huge story as far as them. Yeah, it wasn't just him that they had on there. They also had a dude from TikTok. They had one from Discord and Snapchat.
Why Discord?
I don't know. But and it was part of the Kids Online Safety Act. And I hope that does not get perverted into some kind of taking everybody else's rights away.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as, I can't fathom the number of posts per day on any of that stuff. And I think that's why they're using the AI to try to catch some of these keywords and stuff.
That is why.
But it's, it's not infallible. But some of this stuff as far as human trafficking and different things like that, that's getting through there, that they're like, it can't get through there.
Yeah.
So that's what they were being confronted about. And, it's just, yeah.
High strangeness.
It is high strangeness. And this is just, we 1 month in, folks.
Like, for real, this year has barely started, and it already feels like it's drug on.
It feels like it has been going on for decades. Scientists say they've discovered a new food source that could save humanity in the event of nuclear war. So is your hometown at risk if there's an attack? And they're saying that emergency kelp could save 1.2 billion from starvation during a nuclear winter. Okay, there's like 8 billion or so many people on the planet, so I guess the rest of them, they just vaporized.
No more.
This one was the one that got me today. And we try to keep our politics out of our broadcast for the most part. But this one just really, really got me. Researchers claim that Biden is a super ager and will outlive Trump.
Ha! Ha!
Has anyone tried to listen to Biden speak lately?
Dear God.
Now,
it's not even the actual... Half the time it's legit not even actual Biden at this point.
No, it's whatever it is, the skin suit is failing. And Kid and I helped take care of elderly relative that had dementia. And a lot of this stuff, we've seen this before. And it is not uncommon for someone who has dementia to, at certain points, become physically aggressive.
Yeah.
Because they become delusional.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of scary. I mean, it really is. It makes you question many, many things. Let's see what we've got. What else on this? Budweiser has got a new $7 million Super Bowl 58 commercial with the iconic Clydesdales as the troubled parent company Anheuser-Busch stages a comeback after the Bud Light fiasco.
Oh, God.
Now, do you think that that's going to happen? This one was interesting. A mother, 39, and she's, let's see where she's at. She's a different. She's in the Colombia. Reveals she's pregnant with her 20th child, all with different men, and says that she will keep having kids until she can no longer conceive, despite admitting she can't afford to support her family.
Wasn't there a limit put on that?
Apparently not in Colombia. I don't see how her uterus does not fall out.
Right?
I
How's her eggs not run out?
I don't know. She making the most of it. She
My
definitely
vagina's
is.
not a clown car, but a baby limousine. That's right, limousine.
And then there's some that are just, and then this Taylor Swift. I am so sick of hearing about Taylor Swift and about Travis Kelce.
She's Illuminati, and she's made it up there, and she's more than likely doing also witchcraft or something.
Oh, yeah. And there is the conspiracy theory that she's going to be used to try to get the Swifties to sway to, as far as the election, the upcoming election.
That's not even conspiracy theory.
Well, we just saying allegedly. We throw that out, allegedly. And these are some of the things. This is just what's going on right now. That's not even all of it.
Like, it just continues and goes on and on.
This one was funny. It said, Elmo breaks the internet after Sesame Street icon asks, and this was apparently on X, how is everybody doing? And ends up with a deluge of unexpectedly dark replies. One of them had said, the world is burning around us, Elmo. One of them had said, wife left me, daughters don't respect me, my job is a joke. Any more questions, Elmo? Elmo stepped in that one.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, this one was a good one if you like music. And that there was an Irish folk singer, excuse me, who pulled out his violin to entertain passengers on a flight to the Canary Islands. And one of the passengers had gotten up and had river danced.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, that is a happy story.
Yeah.
That is one out of how many?
It's mainly tragedy with just a few glimpses of hope.
Right. It's just incredible, but it is fear porn. This is what I go through these different things. And like I said, that's not even all of it.
No.
That's what I do during the day to try to find the stories that we share with you all.
Like I said, it just goes on and on.
Yeah. And that's all right.
Never-ending story.
Exactly. Because these people get paid by the click. They don't care whether it's true or not. And it's like sources close to... And I heard somebody talking about that today. They don't have to name the sources. So those sources could be any made-up thing anywhere. There's no basis to it. Well, there's no truth to it.
They've been lying anyway to us for years.
This is what propaganda, absolutely. It's yellow journalism. And it is, at its finest, propaganda. Mm-hmm. Final thoughts, kid?
Propaganda.
Yeah.
Propaganda.
And it is scary.
Propaganda.
Gorlock.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'll have nightmares. That truly was the stuff of nightmares. If you've had experiences with the paranormal or supernatural...
At least it's not Trigglypuff. We haven't talked about Trigglypuff.
No, I wonder what happened to Trigglypuff.
Oh, she gone. She gone.
Gone?
Not
like
dead.
off the planet?
Not dead,
okay.
but like...
We've not heard from her. Down. Well, maybe she decided to sit down because in an era
her ass got put on blast on everywhere.
Well, yeah. If you act like an idiot in today's world,
she's
everybody's got a cell phone. Yeah.
She's hiding and keeping it quiet.
Yeah. It's best to keep a low profile. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, supernatural, paranormal encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids. If you have been a meme, send us a copy. That is cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And I don't know. I guess we need to pray for these reporters and stuff like that, because that poison pen has hurt millions. Mm-hmm. You can kill a person while they're still breathing. Yeah. They do it daily.
They do. It do
You're
be
cute.
like that.
You're cute.
If you like this video, subscribe. If you like this video, click that notification button, even the daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all. Have a good...
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
Be a good human. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. Be a good human.
Yes.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.